Wow.
Yeah.
Stressful moment. How long do you get here from work, from home?
Oh, 20 minutes I'm here.
20 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is less stress.
Yeah.
Look, the last time you took your meals, when was your last
My
time?
last meal was at 7
Oh,
7
okay.
p.m.
All right. So that's one strike. So other thing that I
So
would like
typically my last one is at 3 p.m.
Okay,
Yesterday was different because I worked a bit late.
okay. When last did you check your blood pressure? And when last did you do a full medical checkup?
Full medical checkup was 6 weeks ago. I did my pressure check a week ago.
Okay, and they are
It's good,
fine.
yes.
Okay, all right. So and I think during the course of our discussion,
Conversation.
yeah, we'll get to know.
Okay,
more.
no problem. This one is a quick checkup for me. All right, okay. Before we even delve into the threats to our kidney, one may ask, what essential role does that pair of beans-looking organs, the kidney, what does it do for us in the body? What's its function?
Okay, so I'll just go straight to the function as you have stated. So I will put them into three main functions. Yeah, you get to understand that there are a lot of functions, but I'll group them into three. So the first function is what we call the excretory function.
Excretory function.
Yes, we'll come to that. Then the second function, I'll call it regulatory or balance. And then the third function, I will say hormonal. We will get to understand the nitty-gritty of this. So with the excretory function, we as we are living, in order for us to have a better life, yeah, or a body to function,
Yeah.
what we always produce waste, and the waste that is produced is from the food we eat, the air we breathe, and whatever we do. The waste that we produce are in the form of what is called creatinine, or sorry, nitrogenous bases. So we call it the creatinine and the urea. Also, other waste that we can also think of is after you taking your medications,
Yeah.
and the medications have done their job. What happens is that the kidneys are also helps with to excrete the rest so that the medications will not be in the blood for a while. Then also other toxins that we are exposed into this world. So that is what is called excretory function. So so the urea and the creatinine are the major function, like to take away, to remove, or to filter. So it's just the kidney is just like a filter, trying to remove the waste, take away the waste, and will take you pee it out. So it forms part of the urine, and if it doesn't, if you have a dysfunctioning kidney that is not functioning very well,
Yeah.
then we are going to have a problem with that. We will go through that later. Then we also want to talk about the regulatory or balance. Just for the layman to understand the balance system. So with the balance, it's important. So that we first have what is called the water balance. So for a good functioning kidney, the more water you drink, the more you pee. So if your kidneys is not functioning, you have to you think that you realize that you might be keeping a lot of water in yourself. That you see that people will come with swollen legs and other things. Will get that. And another balance that it also helps with what's called the electrolytes. So there are specific electrolytes, sodium and especially potassium. So if your kidneys are functioning very well, you can take in a lot of potassium or any potassium containing diet. The kidneys will take care of it. So it's just to keep balance, because we need sodium, we need potassium for our normal function. You understand? So but too much of it is going to cause a problem. Please, do you understand?
Yeah.
Then we have another thing called acid-base balance. So the acid-base balance, for enzymatic activity, for things to go on well, normal function of your body, that normal activity of your body, it's supposed to be in a right condition. That is what is called the acid-base condition.
Okay.
And if it also doesn't work, then we also have problems with that. Then the last group, so the first group, as I said, excretory, taking away metabolic waste. So just the waste, the body doesn't need it. The second group is regulation or balance, putting things in balance, because we need them at the appropriate amount.
Yeah.
Yes. If it's more, it's going to cause a problem. If it's less, it's going to cause a problem. So the kidney can do that. Then we come to the last group of them, which is the hormonal function. So there are two main hormones that I want to talk about. The first one is erythropoietin. So erythropoietin is a hormone that helps in the production of blood. So the kidney is an important organ that will help in the production of blood. What the erythropoietin does is that a very good functioning kidney, a well functioning kidney, goes into your produces the hormone erythropoietin, goes into your bone marrow, and then it stimulates the production of red blood cells.
Okay.
So meaning that a patient with a kidney disease can present with what? Anemia. That is a different thing altogether. Now let's move to the other hormone, that is vitamin D. So vitamin D, we say, is a hormone in the way just the kidney can also produce vitamin D. A better functioning kidney will produce vitamin D to help with your bone function. So patients with kidney disease might also have dysfunction with the bone, or calcium, the calcium and the phosphate and other whole lot of things that might actually lead to bone dysfunction, basically. So that is the basic three major function, and I have actually decided to put them into
various categories, and what it does. Okay.
So,
Okay. So with that said, and this very important role that the kidney plays in the body,
yeah.
how is the kidney kept in the best condition? So here's what I mean. So we're told that for brain activity, there are things you're supposed to do to keep your brain active. To be generally healthy, you must eat well, all those things. But specific to the kidney, what are the things we're supposed to do to keep it function properly and have it healthy?
Okay, just to let you know, if anyone is born, you are born with a new kidney, and you know after a very long time, or as you grow, the organs in the body will also
Grow with you.
and it's the function in a way might not be as how it was before. It is a normal phenomenon, and then nothing that we can change about ourselves. So as you grow, the kidney eventually the function will eventually go down. But I must say that yes, there are certain things we can help to keep your kidneys healthy, to keep your kidneys going. So as we say, so first is hydration, better hydration of your kidney. The reason is that you don't make your kidney work too much. When I say hydration, meaning taking in a lot of water, it's a very important thing, because as the second point I gave, the balance. If your volume of your water in your system is low, the kidney will work it out for it to be high.
Yeah.
Why do you keep your kidneys overworking? That is something that we need to know. Or taking in too much salt, sodium. I said another balance. The kidney wants to keep us in a balanced way by keeping a right amount of sodium for the function of the body.
How do you know? Okay, so just so that I don't get lost in what you're explaining.
Yes, please.
If it's water,
Yes.
we've been told 8 glasses of water.
8 glasses. So meaning a glass of water is about how many mils? Is
I
it
think it's about 200.
200? Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, naturally, for us, especially in the tropics, we are to take more than 2 to 3 liters of water
A day.
And it is important for that, so that the kidney do not overwork. The main thing is making the kidney overwork to maintain the right balance of water in your system.
So if I have, if I drink, and when you say 2 to 3 liters,
Yes, please.
that will mean for sachet water I need to drink at least 4 a day.
Yes, at least 4 a day. And the 4 a day is when the weather is cold.
Okay.
You understand? But when the weather is
Hot.
then we encourage you to take
6, 7.
6, 7. That is important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm somebody who likes to drink water like a lot, is that a problem?
So that is when it also can get you into another problem. That's why we just want to pin it down. At least 3 liters. 3.5 at least. 3.5.
3.5 is fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
Because there are people who are very active. So those who are into sports, those who maybe work in conditions where they have to expend a lot of energy. Even for them, if they decide to drink, say, 10 sachets of water a day.
Okay.
Is that a problem?
Let me just let you know that there are a lot of systems in our body, apart from the kidney,
Yes.
that will control your water, the water amount of water that is needed for the body.
Yeah.
That is why you get thirsty. So being thirsty will tell you that you need water because you are dehydrated, because your body, there are a lot of fluid that has gone. So your body system, in a way, will signal you that
prompt you.
need water, you need more water, you need this. You understand what I mean? So naturally, yes, people, those who are training and getting, you see, eventually they get thirsty. Eventually they drink and they make sure that the one that they go a bit more than what is required for the day. It's okay.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, now to salt.
Yes, salt intake.
The matter of salt.
Yeah.
How much is too much salt?
So how much is too much salt? Is for those who we decide to restrict them from salt meals, we restrict them in such a way that they don't need to taste the salt.
Taste it at all?
Yes, meaning there will be salt because salt is needed for our brain function, nerve function, and other things. You understand what I mean? For you, if I go with specific 2 grams, 3
quantities,
grams, it's going to be very difficult.
Okay.
For
because even for
yes,
people who are cooking,
yeah,
and it's one of the things that in Ghana we don't do. We don't measure.
We don't measure. We have our salted fish are used, and even when they are using the salted fish in making soup, they still add salt. That, you see, is a problem.
It's a problem.
We add the Maggi and other things. So naturally, we have for you, especially those who we advise against salt intake.
Yeah.
It's just for them. They can put salt, but for you not to have it. Taste it.
Don't taste it.
Yeah,
it's there,
it's
but
there, but just for the other function, because you also make the the kidney overwork in trying to cause that to make it balance. Number one, or you also salt intake itself can cause hypertension, which is the number one cause of kidney disease, which we'll go through. There are a lot of causes.
Okay, but so if that's the case, I've heard people who have suggested that you don't need salt at all.
Oh no, you need salt. You need salt for brain function. You need salt for other functions.
So what? A small pinch of it in food is okay?
Yes, just a small, no, not a small pinch. A teaspoon is okay.
One teaspoon for a pot of soup. Or for a pot of stew.
Okay, so let me just be very specific.
Yeah.
So what we tell our patient is should it be less than 2 grams? And less than 2 grams is, I think a teaspoon, I'm not actually taking note. I think a teaspoon is about 2 grams of salt.
Okay.
Basically.
And that's enough.
That's enough.
No matter the quantity, 2 grams is enough.
Enough. Especially, that is for patients who we are restricting. We are really restricting and
Okay.
we need to restrict.
But if you're not a patient, for that person who is fit and healthy, how many grams should be enough?
Oh, that I can't tell. But what I can say is that you are cooking and whatever you do, you don't need to add extra salt to taste more. That is it, basically.
So whatever you put in during the cooking stage,
it's okay. Yeah,
keep to it.
Yeah, keep to it.
If at the point of almost done and garnishing, you taste and you feel that maintain, leave it.
Leave it. That's what I can say, because if we decide to say this, possibly it could be a bit difficult for us.
No, but if it's the right thing to do,
the right thing is 2 grams.
2 grams, no more than 2 grams.
Yes, for you to have a very healthy life, less than 2 grams is better.
It's enough. Okay. Is there anything called? I have heard of sugar addiction. Is there anything called salt addiction?
Salt addiction.
That somebody cannot like. They love salt so much they want to taste it.
No.
And there'll be a process to wean them off it.
Then possibly there might be something going wrong in your system, because, as I said, just like the water, there's always a balance system in our system. The brain, they all work together to make you feel thirsty. You understand what I mean? So for you to, possibly there's something wrong in your system that might actually have a very low salt, and for you to crave for salt. But basically, there isn't anything that much about salt craving, basically.
Okay. So salt, all in moderation.
In moderation.
2 grams is enough.
It's enough.
Keep to that. And when you're done cooking, don't sprinkle salt.
That's it.
Don't add salt to taste. So the place we go to that they put salt on the table to taste, we shouldn't take it.
I advise you don't.
Okay.
Yes, but you need salt for normal function, brain function, nerve function, and other things.
Does salt, in a way, push water retention and obesity?
Push water retention.
Does that lead to people?
Obviously, yes. So if we all learn about osmosis in our schools,
Yeah.
you know that water will move to higher concentration. So obviously it will cause water retention and
Okay.
all those things.
So-
yes. But the major thing is causing water retention and can lead to high blood pressures.
Oh,
Yes, that is what I mean.
high blood pressure.
Yes, high blood pressure.
So is that why
Hypertension.
anyone who is obese is open to that condition?
No, but the obesity is not about salt retention only. It's
Okay.
about other
A myriad of
whole
things.
A myriad of things that also produces certain things that will also cause hypertension. Obesity can also cause diabetes.
Yes.
Which in a way can lead to kidney disease.
Okay.
If not controlled.
Okay. So just to close on the matter of salt, don't do salt to taste.
Yeah.
Whatever you put in during the cooking stage, fine.
fine.
It's okay. Leave it. What of sugar?
Sugar, it depends. It's only when you are diabetic. You've been told you are diabetic. So as we know, your doctor will obviously tell you that yes, you can metabolize glucose very well. So because of that, reduce your sugar, or even we advise
it.
you cut it. Not only sugar as in the real sugar that we take, also carbohydrates, the food that we eat, the fufu, the bangkung, in the way we all be
Convert to
converted
glucose.
to glucose, and that is basically that. So it's not only sugar, because the reason we talk about sugar is that sugar it's easily absorbable and easily gets into your blood and raise your blood sugar up. And this is what we advise that only diabetics are not supposed to,
Okay.
to take sugar.
So if someone does not have diabetes,
Yes, please.
but says that I don't like sugar,
It's okay. I mean, it's okay. But in a way, you are getting, you see, what is sugar? Or sugar will lead to the production of glucose.
yes,
Glucose is also an important function, as salt it is. Glucose helps us with the production of energy. I mean, we getting energy to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
We need glucose. So even if you don't take sugar, it's okay. But if you are taking bangkung fufu, in the way you are taking sugar, but you
Because it converts to the very same
converts
thing
back
of
to
glucose.
hair. So whether you
Okay.
don't take it, you take it.
So if I buy, and I'm being very practical here, if I go to buy cocoa, Hausa cocoa,
Yeah.
you are saying that the millet that was used
Yeah.
already gives me glucose.
Yes.
So
It
adding
breaks
sugar
down, it breaks down. It digests
digests to become sugar.
to become glucose. And
Glucose.
It's absorbed.
Absorbed.
That is the
So if I'm getting the very same thing that the millet by itself will give me,
Yeah.
there's no point in taking sugar.
No, it's not. There's no point. But if you want, this is for only those who are not. If you are not diabetic, there isn't any. There's
No big
whether-
deal.
It's not a big deal. So you can decide not to, or you can decide to take. In a way, you still get your energy from the millet or from the cocoa that you are taking.
Okay.
So
It shouldn't be a problem.
it shouldn't be a
So
problem. Only
if
if you are a diabetic, then
Yeah.
that one you need to see a dietitian. The dietitian will let you know the portions of carbohydrates, the portion of vegetables in your meals, and how to go about it in terms of diet.
Okay, so if anyone decides to cut out sugar, so by that I mean pick a meal that you know they've put sugar inside.
Okay.
If you decide to stay away from sugar, does that keep you away from kidney related diseases?
Okay. So I would
Because
say that,
it's in a spirit of prevention.
yeah.
If I
Okay.
don't take sugar, does that
Let
take me
just-
farther away from kidney problems?
let me still make it better for you. Indirectly, let me use the word indirectly. It's just for the fact that if you decide to eat, let's say you take sugar or you take something that has high calories at 8 p.m., then you sleep at 10, then you have the propensity to become obese. That is what I'm trying to hear.
Okay.
You have the propensity to become obese because if glucose is supposed to be used for work, as I mean, our in supposed to give us energy
Yeah.
for us to work during the day. At night, how many glucose do we don't use much glucose.
Yeah.
So what the glucose does is that if we are taking the glucose and at night you are not, you are living a sedentary life. You don't actually, you are not you are not
You're not
active,
exercising.
you are not
You're not-
exercising enough. What happens is that the glucose will be converted to fat. That is it. And when it's converted to fat, that's why we think people who eat late at night, especially, they have fat, abdominal fat. Fat is easily stored in the abdomen, and it's that alone could lead to a lot of problems. Can lead to hypertension, can lead to diabetes, and can also lead to kidney disease, because you imagine the poor kidney, which will work for a normal an average size of a 70 kg man,
Yeah.
but the kidney is now working for a bigger somebody who is with a
Far.
So
Okay.
it makes the kidney overwork. That is basically what I want to do.
I see.
So indirectly, as you are saying, so it depends on the time you take if you take glucose, you are not diabetic. You take glucose, you take carbohydrates, and you make use of it during the day.
Yeah.
You exercise, you are up and about doing everything. Then meaning you are making use of the glucose.
Yeah.
But if at the time that you don't need the glucose, then you are given you take in fufu at night, because fufu will be converted to before sleep, or you take in something with a lot of sugar before sleep,
Or a lot of salt.
okay, salt is different. I'm talking about sugar.
Yes.
So a lot of sugar before sleep, you are not going to make use of the glucose.
Yeah.
You are going to make the glucose will be converted to what? Fat.
Yeah.
And the fat will lead to the hypertension that can lead to kidney disease. Could lead to diabetes that can lead to kidney disease.
Okay.
Could lead to even itself that you being obese or being very, very fat, right? Itself can also lead to kidney disease. And
Disease.
it's a whole lot of
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting stuff. Okay. So
So salt itself on its own, too much salt itself can lead to hypertension or high blood pressure. That's the answer.
that's the direct correlation
It does a direct
to
correlation
hypertension.
to hypertension,
Okay.
and also making the kidney overwork.
Overwork.
To maintain
The balance
of
in the body.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are saying that we should treat what we eat like how we put fuel in a car.
Yes. Or no,
What-
like how you go for you put oil in your car.
Okay.
Like, because oil you have to refill, or you have to go for service and everything.
To change.
It's part of it. Like the type of oil you put in,
Yeah.
the
quality.
the quality, and all those things are very important.
I see.
For the fuel, it's just like energy, and that is
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So whatever you put in your body. Okay. Let me be specific.
Okay.
So if you consume carbohydrates, it's fuel. Use it.
okay. Let me use that. It's fuel. So use that.
Burn it.
It's- Burn it.
Burn it before the day ends.
Before the day. We encourage you to burn it. And if there is a need for you, if the body needs more carbohydrates, you get angry.
Yeah.
So that the signal sent to the brain that no, you need more carbohydrate, you need more fuel. That is why we eat.
But what? Okay. But if that's your argument,
Yeah.
there are people who will tell you that I can't sleep on an empty stomach. So even when it's 10 p.m. and I have pangs of hunger, I must eat.
So that is also a very I don't want this to be a very long discussion, but you see, it's important, especially after the age of 40. A lot of things changes in your body.
Your
Even
body.
now these days, it's better even right before 40. So let's say around the age of 30, 35 to 40 thereabouts. It's important. There are a lot of changes in your body, right? And one of the changes is such that you have the high propensity to store fat. You understand what I mean? So at that age, it's important that, okay, at least 6 o'clock, or something. This is really for the dietitian, but
Yeah.
after certain time, so let's say 4 hours before sleep,
Before
you take
bedtime.
your meal, and that is okay. You understand? Because of our body change, we have the propensity to form fat.
Okay.
It's not like the younger ones that do not. They are always
can burn everything
they can
quick.
Burn everything quick. and that possibly, if they benefit, they can get hungry at night. Okay, for them, they can manage with that. But for us, as we are growing, it gets to a point. Any little thing can make you fat, especially here because of a lot of physiological changes that goes on.
And that goes on in the body.
Yes.
Okay, so that takes me now to the worries that you see, kidney disease that people are getting, and why they are getting it, and because we are seeing a rising case of kidney, diseases in the country. What's accounting for that, and what lifestyle adjustments can we make to reduce these cases before they become such that they need to come for dialysis?
I think this is an important question, and I'm very happy you asked this question because of what we are experiencing as medical health givers, healthcare givers in our facility. Our outpatient department for kidney disease is now overwhelming.
Wow.
Taking care of so many patients, and it's getting.
What's
uh, yes.
what's the average you're seeing now?
Oh, averagely, we see.
OPD.
OPD average, you can see about 60 or 70 patients
A day.
Okay, we have. There, I can't even mention. I can. Let's say averagely for emergencies, we can get about 10 patients
A day.
a day. Yes,
New cases.
new cases,
Different people.
different people.
So in a month, we're talking what?
Wow. So you should know how
10 a
how-
day.
Yes. 10
So
a
that's
day.
300 people
Yes.
every month.
Every month it can be. I mean 200, 300. I mean
Wow.
we are getting a lot of people on
New
our
kidney
business.
patients.
New kidney because that is those who come to the emergencies.
Yes.
We have outpatient departments. Those people, that one we do it weekly.
Yes.
We have about 3 days of clinic.
Yeah.
But one of the ones we receive more new cases are on Wednesdays, and that too has also increased. We have a lot of backlogs for those, and it's
Wow.
a lot.
And what kind of conditions are they reporting
So as in
for the kidney ailments?
I will come there. I wanted to just say that what we are seeing now with the causes of kidney disease.
Yeah.
The first one is hypertension or high blood pressure. High blood pressure. If I say high blood pressure, it doesn't mean anyone who is diagnosed with high blood pressure will get kidney disease.
Okay.
Most people with kidney disease with high blood pressure are uncontrolled high blood pressure. So you are giving your medications to take. You are not taking it. Your blood pressure is beyond a certain limit. The kidneys will respond.
Will shut down.
Will shut down. It can shut down. So that is control. So if you are known to be hypertensive, you just need to take your medications and do what the doctor says. And if you are given a time to go for clinic, you have to be at the clinic, and it's important. Please do you understand? Then that is one important thing. And also other lifestyle conditions related to hypertension.
Yeah.
Reduce salt intake. We tell you to drink a lot of water in order in order for the kidney not to overwork.
Yeah.
They're all very, very important. So that is one. The second one is diabetes. And I also want to stress on it that it doesn't mean that if you have diabetes, you have kidney. No, it is not always like
The
that.
case.
But it is for those with uncontrolled diabetes.
What's
it's
that?
just the same that uncontrolled, meaning that you are given the medications, either you are not taking them well, or your sugars are always over the roof or
Yeah.
very high, and consistently the kidney will respond. And that is it. And that is how it is, especially for the chronic kidney disease. Please do you understand what I mean? Then we have another group of people which we say the genetic causes. So the genetic causes are people who unfortunately they might have any of their parents with a condition called autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease. Yes, that is a different thing altogether. And those are other group of people. So that in a way there is nothing we can do about that. Then we have another group of people that they will abuse over-the-counter medications, especially specific painkillers. Constantly taking specific painkillers, with the exception of paracetamol and other things.
Yeah.
But there are specific painkillers. So, like we talk about diclofenac. In fact, constant, if you take it consistently, can lead to, because it's very toxic to the kidney.
Wow.
Some other medication, I don't want to mention a lot, a lot of them, but I just want you to know that there are certain pain medications that we take. There are patients that might have chronic pain, back pain, and they are constantly on it, and you realize that they don't have hypertension, they don't have diabetes, they don't have the genetic causes. What they have, if you go into their history very well, it is just because they are taking certain
pain medications
consistently, causing causing which are very toxic to the kidneys and also can cause kidney disease.
I see.
Now, there's also there are a group of people that I think is a bit difficult for us to know. We call them unknown cause. We don't know where it's coming from, and that is usually that's the people that we are seeing, especially in our younger population.
Wow.
Yes, most of our patients within the age of 20 to 50 years, we have about 60% of our patients with that
within that age range.
Yes, and you know that we need stronger people.
Those are the productive workforce.
The productive workforce. We need people to help with the workforce and the economic state of the district. Imagine these are the people that are younger. They might they need to depend on their parents for dialysis and a whole lot of it. So that is a group of people.
But wait, you're saying that unknown causes. When you trace their history, you don't see
nothing. So there
any abuse, any alcohol matter, nothing.
Nothing. No alcohol, no smoking. So no smoking, alcohol. It's also very important. It's also something that we need to know. But you see, you take all the history.
The salt. Smoking. It's not salt matter.
It's not salt matter.
It's not hypertension.
Okay, you see, someone with a kidney disease might present with hypertension because hypertension can be from the kidney. So you don't know whether it's the egg or the founder.
Chicken or the egg. Okay.
Chicken or the egg. So that's something that you should know. But somebody might just present with hypertension, and it's just because it's a kidney that is causing hypertension. So it is important. So those group of people are the people that we need to actually research into to know what is happening. So that there's something going on.
But if you have that category of people, they are not, you've traced their history, and it's not really down to lifestyle.
Yes, lifestyle, nothing.
Unknown. Yes. That's worrisome.
Yes, unknown. So that's a group of people that we need to do biopsy for them to know. I mean, even all patients need biopsy, but that's the people we need to know what is actually causing that.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yes, scary. And there are also other group of people we call it autoimmune causes, like we call it SLE, systemic lupus erythematosus, and all those. That's autoimmune.
Okay.
So the body is your immune system is fighting against your body. Your kidneys can also be fought against, and that could also cause kidney disease.
I see.
Yeah. So there are a lot. Then you come to the older age group of people, especially the males. The males with prostate conditions, enlargement or prostate, what it does is that it obstructs the flow of urine after it's, and when it obstructs, it can also lead to a backflow to the kidney and actually cause
problems.
Disease.
Wow.
Yes. So that is a very, very important aspect we need to know. So uncontrolled diabetes, uncontrolled hypertension, there are genetic causes that you can't do anything. The other group, which we call it uncertain etiology or uncertain causes, which we don't know. Then we also have the autoimmune, and then the others. So that's
okay.
And
so
those who take over the counter painkillers.
Okay. Since you mentioned medications, this question came to mind. What about those who take antibiotics?
Okay, so it depends on the antibiotics. So all doctors know the type of antibiotics that can cause kidney disease because of
the training.
Yeah, the training. So most of the doctors. So it's not all antibiotics that can cause kidney disease. There are some antibiotics
that are quite strong.
Not strong, but are toxic to the kidney. So we call them nephrotoxic medications. So that is different too. I don't think any doctor will want to just give any antibiotics. They look into it. We have a way of looking into whether it is renally or it actually can be adjusted dose for those with kidney disease, or it can actually cause kidney disease itself.
Okay, so now that you've talked about the unknown space.
Yes, please.
I'm curious. Has it got anything to do with toxins that are finding their way into the foods that we are
It can
growing?
be anything. It can be anything. That is why we are researching. We need
Wow.
research into this. It
Because
can
recently
be
there was
anything.
a research that came up about toxins found in fruits, vegetables that are available on the market today.
Yeah.
It could cause that.
Yeah.
Hey,
It
so-
can be anything. It can be anything.
So right now, crowd, what should we do?
So in that group, that's why it's important. So it's important in a way because when we catch you early enough, when we are able to detect kidney disease early enough, we can actually prevent the progression.
Okay.
Yes, that is one thing that I need to know.
So-
we are stages of kidney disease.
Kidney disease.
So the problem comes in the last stage, that is stage 5. That is where you get all the symptoms that I say. So we
Become so strong.
Yeah, it becomes so strong. But from stage 1 to stage 4, our main aim is to prevent it from going to stage 5. And that is stage 5 is where you will most of the time you will need to be on dialysis or have
For treatment.
transplants.
Okay. So please educate me. Based on all that we've said, at what age should you start having constant check on your kidney?
Okay, so naturally it's important. So I mean,
Because you said they're on common
Yes, they are common sense.
20 to 50.
Yes.
So is that from my age 20, anybody 20 years and above, periodically check on your
you
kidneys?
see, if you realize, I don't know what is, even those who go to secondary schools,
Yes.
they need to do some medical checkup.
Yes.
Is that also? So is there any age limit to that? I don't think so. Especially when you go to secondary school,
Yes.
you are going to.
You have to do medicals, yeah.
You have to do your medicals wherever you have to do your medicals. But for you to be very serious with your health, initially I thought it was the age of 40, but I think I will bring it back to
Scale down to 30.
Yeah, because of the fact that now we are getting younger patients with the lifestyle
Related disease conditions.
So it's
Okay.
important, yeah.
Because, Charlie, the way you've put it, and because it's an unexplained, unresearched area, you know Ghana, you know Africa. If they can't explain it scientifically, no, they'll say it is witchcraft.
Oh no, it's not witchcraft. There is a cause.
Okay.
There is a cause.
Just that
We are-
research
we
has
are-
not proven to be what it is.
the research ongoing.
Okay.
We are looking into it. And
Okay.
because it's something that somebody might just come and just get a kidney disease. We do all the labs and everything seems to be negative.
Fine.
Fine. And the patient doesn't have anything that will predispose him or her to kidney disease. And that is another thing.
Wow.
That's why it's important. Even ordinary urine tests can detect urine tests. It's not only the kidney.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, that one alone can tell us that, we need to start doing something. So that's why in your secondary schools, at least if they do all the check and they see possible proteins in your urine or blood in your urine, the kidney function can be normal, but proteins or blood in your urine, at least it's important for us, for them to refer to higher facilities. It's important.
I'm getting a lot of messages.
Yeah.
He said, boss, if the science has not proven there is witchcraft. Hey, assemble. Okay. As we close our conversation this morning, will the best, and it's something that a lot of us don't do here in this part of the world, should everybody on their birthday do a full medical check?
I will advise that because of what we are facing now, somebody might actually be living a very nice life, heavy, then all of a sudden gets kidney disease.
All this
of a
gone too
sudden.
soon business.
Oh, yes, and it's a problem. It's a problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What will you advise to us, man, as we end our conversation? What will you advise to us on how we keep ourselves healthy
So
and
it's
our kidneys
important.
safe?
So the first thing I want to say is kidney disease, especially in the early phase, is difficult to know that you have it. So there's no manifestation unless in the later phase.
Yeah.
And in the early phase, you can immediately they get to know they can prevent the progression. So meaning that constant medical checkup is important. You check your kidneys, you check see a doctor, let him do all the labs that is necessary, kidney, liver, lipids, anything that is important. You do it, and if there's any issue, especially with the kidney, my kidney function is going down, but not too down, or this, immediately they will refer to see a kidney doctor or nephrologist, either anywhere in Kolebu or
To have it sorted out.
Have it sorted.
It shouldn't let you panic.
No, you should panic. You can't. We see what we can do to
To help you.
reduce the progression. It's the progression to end stage that is our main aim.
Okay.
And then other thing is our lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no smoking, you quit smoking if you are smoking. Alcohol in moderation.
Quit?
No, alcohol in moderation.
Quit?
Oh no, I can't say quit, but alcohol in moderation. Smoking, we quit.
Yeah.
But alcohol should be in moderation because there are specific amount of alcohol that's allowed within a week.
Which is what?
So we call it, if we calculate it in units, we call it about 14 units in a week, and that one, it depends on the volume.
So is it one bottle?
It depends on the percentage of the alcohol and also the volume of glass. So a higher percentage with a smaller volume will give you 1 unit. So let's say a tot of akpeteshie has about 40% of alcohol.
Yes.
So that one can give you a unit. If you calculate, there's a calculation that itself can give you a unit.
So it means for the akpeteshie gang, 14 tots a week is fine.
No, not I can, but you see, these things we are trying to. You see, if we give them a chance, they will overshoot it. You see, but in moderation.
No, but your business
time.
is 14 units.
Okay,
so
that's
14
good.
units. If 1 tot of akpeteshie is 1 unit,
1 unit,
14 shots is enough.
It's enough. That's what I can say.
Okay.
Yeah. So we take a glass of, let's say, a beer. A beer is 5%. Something
Yes.
that's what I guess. So. Then a glass. Maybe a glass. So you compare that to you see that it can be 1 unit, depending on the volume and the percentage of alcohol. So it depends.
That ratio is done.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, when you are told you have hypertension, visit your doctor. Make sure the medications are taken very well. You are told you have diabetes, visit your doctor. Take your medications very well. And I mean, exercise. Don't eat. The normal lifestyle that we have just spoken about.
Yeah.
The timing, and also hydrate yourself very well.
Drink water.
Drink a lot of water, especially when the weather is very hot.
Okay. Thank you very much. Dr. Luis Avoclia,
Yes.
the physician specialist, nephrology fellow in training, joining us this morning with this key learning about how we keep our kidneys in good shape. Thank you so much for your time. That should be it for us for Morning Star. Apologies, we could not bring you the trends today. I'm out of time. Forgive me. But we'll do that tomorrow. We will certainly do that tomorrow, right here on the Morning Star. That should do it for me today. Thank you all for connecting with us by ear, voice, and text. And thanks to you for enjoying and listening to the show.